Welcome to Astra Limitless Podcast, a space where consciousness expands, healing begins, and we remember who we truly are. I am Astra, your host and fellow traveler on this journey of awakening. Each episode is an invitation to go deeper into the mind, the soul, and the infinite possibilities deep within you. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and let's begin.
Hello, Limitless Souls. Welcome back to the Astra Limitless podcast. And today's episode is a deeply personal one, not because it's dramatic or not because it's trendy, but because it's something many of us quietly struggle with and rarely talk about. Today, I want to talk about self-love, but not the Instagram version, not the bubble baths and affirmations version, though those are nice too, right? But I want to talk about the kind of self-love that feels uncomfortable, the kind that comes with guilt, the kind that sometimes looks like walking away. Because at some point in your growth, you realize something important. Your peace is not optional. Your energy is not unlimited. And loving yourself does not mean endlessly pleasing others. Sometimes, the highest form of self-love is choosing distance, even from people you love. And yes, we can still wish them well. We can love them from afar. If you've ever felt torn between being kind to others and being kind to yourself, this episode is for you. Let's take a deep breath. You are safe here. There comes a moment in your life, and it doesn't happen overnight, when you realize that you are so tired. You know, not just physically tired, but soul tired. You're tired of explaining yourself. You're tired of shrinking. You're tired of absorbing emotions that aren't yours. You're tired of carrying relationships that feel heavier than they should. And for me, this realization didn't come with fireworks. It came quietly. I noticed that after certain conversation, I felt drained. After being around certain people, my body felt tense. My creativity slowed. My joy dimmed. And I used to tell myself that you're just being sensitive, that you should be more understanding, that they don't mean it, or just be patient. But here's the thing that no one teaches us. Your nervous system doesn't lie. Your energy doesn't lie. If your body contracts around certain people consistently, that's information. If your peace disappears in the presence of someone, no matter how much you love them, that matters. And acknowledging that doesn't make you cold or heartless. It makes you conscious. Many of us were raised believing that being good means being agreeable. Being kind meant saying yes when you want to say no. That you have to stay quiet to keep the peace. Prioritizing others even when you're empty. Especially for sensitive people. Especially for spiritual people. Especially for those who feel deeply. People pleasing often disguises itself as love. But let me say this clearly. People pleasing isn't self-love. Self-abandonment is not compassion. When you constantly override your own needs to make others comfortable, you are not being loving. You're disappearing. And the irony? The more you abandon yourself, the more resentment quietly grows. You start feeling unseen, unappreciated, or unacknowledged. And then you feel guilty for feeling that way. And that's not love, right? That's conditioning. From a spiritual perspective, and yes, from a gnostic lens too, everything is energy. Your thoughts, your emotions, your environment, your relationships. And when you are constantly exposed to criticism, manipulation, emotional chaos, unconscious projection, it affects your frequency. And this doesn't mean that the other person is bad. It means they are operating at a different level of awareness. And here's the truth. You cannot heal someone by sacrificing yourself. You cannot raise someone's consciousness by drowning on your own. Spiritual growth isn't about martyrdom. It's about alignment. Sometimes alignment requires distance. Walking away doesn't mean that you stop loving them, you wish them harm, or you think you're better. It just means you choose peace over chaos. You choose clarity over confusion. You choose self-respect over guilt. And you can love someone without allowing access to your inner world. You can pray for someone without sitting at their table. You can wish them all well without letting them drain you. And yes, this includes family, friends, relatives, people you once felt deeply connected to. Blood does not override boundaries. History does not justify harm. Love does not require self-betrayal. Now let's talk about guilt, because it will show up. You will think, am I selfish? Am I overreacting? What if I regret this? Here's something important though. Guilt often appears when you stop doing what others benefit from. Especially if they were used to, well, your emotional labor, your availability, your silence. Guilt doesn't mean you're wrong. It often means you're breaking a pattern. Sit with it. Don't let it control you. Growth is uncomfortable because it's liberating. So what does loving from afar actually look like? Well, it looks like shorter conversations, fewer explanations, clearer boundaries, less emotional engagement. It looks like choosing environments that nourish you. It looks like asking, does this relationship support the person that I am becoming? And if the answer is no, it's okay to step back. You can step back consciously. If there's one thing I want you to take from this episode, it's this. Your peace is sacred. Your energy is valuable. Your self-love does not require permission. Walking away doesn't make you unloving. It makes you honest. You're allowed to grow. And you're allowed to protect yourself. You're allowed to choose peace, even when it's misunderstood. Let's gift ourselves grace, rest, boundaries. And remember, you can still love people. just not at the cost of losing yourself. Thank you for being here, Limitless Souls. Until next time, protect your energy, honor your growth, and choose yourself without guilt.
Thank you for tuning in to the Astra Limitless podcast. If today's episode spoke to your soul, share it with someone who might need its light. You can follow and connect with me on social media for more reflections, tools, and inspiration on this path of awakening. Until next time, stay grounded, stay open, and remember, you are limitless.
Fruit of